Hello, welcome everyone. I am Chitra Prajwal and I am going to explain you to the one of the most buzzed topic or most advanced or well used wide varieties or applications based on one of the interesting field of AI, that is natural language processing, or also called as NLP. So I'm going to explain you what are all the aspects of NLP, what is NLP, what are all the different applications of NLP, etc. throughout this course. So first come first, so we'll be first understanding what NLP is, like why it is called as natural language processing. So as that I will like dissect this word into individual components and try to explain you a brief meaning about NLP. So breaking this NLP into three different words, that is natural, language, and processing. So the word natural is nothing but the natural language or the nature of language which humans use to communicate between each other. So this is called as natural because it is not a artificial or a machine made language, right? It is a language which is generated from the human beings from past many years. So it's a natural language. And the final term, the processing, indicates we are involved in our techniques or our methods in order to process this entire natural language or human spoken language in order to make the machines to understand this language. So this is the dissection of the word natural language processing. So on a high level, it is defined as a subfield of linguistic computer science and artificial intelligence concerned with the interaction between computers and human language. In particular, how to program computers to process and analyze large amount of natural language data. So it's a series of process which involved in generating the interaction between the computer and the human being. Particularly, we are trying to make the machines or the computer to able to understand the human language so that a human can interact with a machine with his own natural language. So this is the high level definition of NLP. So the result is a computer capable of understanding the contents of the document, including the contextual nuances of the language within them. So the technology then accurately extract the information and the insights contained in the document, as well as categorize and organize the documents themselves. So why are we trying to make the machine to understand the natural language? It's not only to carry out the conversation between the computer and a human being, but also to perform another major aspects of textual processing or the textual data which human beings perform in order to extract the content of the given document. So this natural language processing assists the human beings in order to understand the contents of the documents, includes which includes like all the contextual nuances or hidden meaning or the general meaning of a document, or say a summary of a document, and finally help in categorizing the documents or the textual data into categories. So it is a wider picture which I am going to give you by this slide. So like what NLP is. So let's better explain this with example. Yeah. So this is how a Wikipedia search results come up for searching what is natural language processing. So this is how a textual data or a web data looks like when you search in the Google. So, if the data is available in this format, it will be generally involving various sentences, paragraphs, and subparagraphs where human can easily sit and read throughout the document in order to understand the overall summary of this document, right? So suppose I am a person who can understand this English or the English language data written in the Wikipedia. So what if a person comes and approach you to convert that data which is currently present on the screen into Hindi, or translate the data which is shown on the screen to Hindi? So what you generally do, so as a human beings, it is very mandatory that the person should know the Hindi language, and then he can convert or translate this textual data which is in English to Hindi. So what if a machine can do this process? Because not everybody or every human being is sufficient of every knowledge, right? So you may be or may not be knowing the Hindi language, but what is the advantage of a machine in this key role is, if you feed a data or if you feed certain algorithm which can convert this textual data which is in English to Hindi, it can be used again and again, and you don't need to be knowledge that machine again and again. So once that machine is able to understand or convert this data into Hindi, then it can be used by any other person directly, and there is no need to train the machine again and again. So that's the overall concept of involving the machines in order to process the natural language.